Today, while I do my ballet bun, I wanted to talk a little bit about a ballet dancer's prime. When does a dancer hit their prime in their career? What age? And how do you know? Short answer is everyone's prime is going to be different, and it's going to look different for each dancer because we are all individual human beings. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation. I'm just going to tell you what I've learned generally, what my teacher taught me, and with my personal experience as a dancer. This is how I've heard it described. Basically, your prime is when, I want to make sure I explain this correctly. Your prime is when you are old enough to have had enough life experience to portray a certain level of maturity and artistry on the stage, all of that soul, while also at the same time still being young enough to execute all of the movements, all of the extremely demanding choreography without your body struggling too much. There is an average age that dancers, professional dancers, hit their prime, but this age is always changing. So many years ago, your prime was probably like 22 because dancers were retiring a lot younger back then. Now that dancers' careers are going so much longer, I've heard that the prime, or the average age of your prime, is your very late 20s into your early 30s. This is the sweet spot of where you've had life experience and you're really able to portray that maturity on stage in these different roles while also being young enough, like I said, to comfortably execute the movements. After you hit a certain age, and this age is going to be different for everybody, artistry and your maturity, it continues to grow, but as you age, your ability to be able to execute things comfortably goes down as your body ages. So things just aren't going to feel good anymore. More things will start to hurt and your body starts to fight you more. Now, you may not see it because dancers are very good at hiding discomfort, but it's usually there. Once that discomfort and effort starts to show, that's when it's usually time for a dancer to consider retirement. When the audience can tell that you're struggling and can tell that things hurt, that's never a place that you want to be. But like I said, this is completely different for everyone, and who am I to say that you're in your prime in your early 30s and then you're not? There are so many amazing ballet dancers that are in their 40s and they're incredible, but like I said, they may be in a lot of pain and we just don't see it. Marinella is in her mid 40s and she's incredible and she looks like she's in her prime, right? So that doesn't mean her prime was when she was 30. So this is kind of hard to talk about, but that's just kind of on average and generally.